Hello, you divine, infinite human beings. You're all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. And take a nice deep breath with me, and breathing in I am infinite love. I am infinite truth. I am infinite source. And I have some very important news to relay, and I'm going to try to do it very concise because it has to do with the future. And I'm just here in beautiful Sicily, but I'm going to talk about EMS waves and hypersensitivity, which is really now being called the canary in the coal mines, because those of us like myself who we're really just kind of the warning birds of what is coming. And the new color is yellow for this whole movement of health, restoring our health towards escaping from these electromagnetic energies. And okay, so I've been doing a lot of research and listening to a lot of videos with people who are experiencing all kinds of problems, and actually the United States is leading the way in this. And I kind of refugees away from the US here to Sicily, because when I came here before the pandemic in 2019, it was like America in the 70s, and there was very little Wi-Fi, and I felt great. I was recovering from my whole ordeal with being actually declared legally disabled because of all the problems that I've had, which also have to do with your mental health as well as your physical and emotional and spiritual health. So I'm very much about this. I'm very outspoken about this. I even wrote a book about it, The Infinite Human, and what is coming. So most important thing though right now is to preserve and safeguard your health, and that is by being informed. You really have to be informed, and like I said, the US is leading the way because we've had it for a very long time, and there are many people who are extremely ill from it. And now with our current situation of 5G being everywhere and rolling out every day more and more, SpaceX, which a lot of people are forgetting, they're in the equation, because these satellites are now beaming down these 5G rays and on, because we got it ready for 6G, 7G, and on. So even if the towers are not visible or they're removed, we still have that to deal with. And I also liked very much Dr. Cruz. He talks about, you know, like roofs now need to be metal because of these beaming down signals. We also have bioweaponry that has been injected to many people. So for many people, they just can't be in crowded places with lots of people around. I can't do that. And really the cure is, I feel like this is all happening and people are trying to get it taken down through the governments, but for full disclosure, we're seeing that the governments are not listening, and that's not the pathway. So, scusami, io sto facendo un video adesso. Grazie tanto. Okay, grazie. And so what's happening now is that okay, these places, for example, they're going to be in a lot of trouble because they have all kinds of old buildings with dirty electricity, and it's riding on the electricity. Most of the population here has received these jibby jabs, several doses, and the towers are everywhere, and every day they're laying more antennas, and they have no idea what is going on. So I'm very, sensitive of that, because, nobody wants to see the real thing happen, which is a real pandemic, which is a lot of deaths. But I have a feeling, before refuging to these, less developed technological countries was a good thing, but now I think it's actually a lot of people in the States are going to be leading the way because they know what's going on and they're coming about it, from a very technical way. But at the same time, that's not really the cure. The ultimate cure is a spiritual one, and what it is it's based on basically prophesized over 5,000 years ago in the Hopi prophecies and the rock about humanity beginning to become very technological and worshiping technology as their god, and which brings about their own destruction. So what we're going to have to do is all these precious indigenous people that have so much stored knowledge, so many stories, so much wisdom, and we have just pushed them aside, we've genocided them, we've ignored them, we've laughed at them, we've pushed them into situations of being, you know, indigent, poverty-stricken people, and thought them primitive and backwards. They hold the knowledge, because what we need to do is correct the dis-ease of modern society, which is losing complete and total connection with our Mother Earth, with the biorhythms of Earth, with living in harmony, with living like, you know, the animals do, the wild animals do, with the rhythm, you know, of nightfall, the setting suns, you know, going to sleep and rising with the suns, being outside in nature, being in sunlight. Sunlight is really the cure. The radiation, the natural radiation from our sun, is the cure for this artificial radiation, which hacks into and destroys our electromagnetic energy. So Kiki's running over there. So anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap this up, but I think I gave you a lot to think about. And if you want to know more about this, I'll be sending out free newsletters. Join my website, www.infinitehuman.com, and my book puts all the dots together. So we have to start changing and healing from this dis-ease of separating ourselves from Mother Nature and the biorhythms, the healing frequencies of our Mother, who is now ascending. Ciao for now.